how much you can hear while I'm in standing, so I'll take my glasses off. Marvellous. And Liz, you're at school. Maybe you need to isolate in school. There must be masses for you to do, so well done for getting on. I hope you can stay on for the class. So you're going to stand at the back of your mat, wherever you are in your house, how bizarre. With your feet hip width apart and parallel, you're going to stretch out your toes, stretch out your fingers. And when you've done it a few times, close your eyes and have a gentle sway forwards and back. In fact, Tim, you might be able to tell me about adding music and things, because I tried on yesterday to play music and it just sounded like a tin can. But you might be able to teach me how to add stuff afterwards, maybe. Anyhow. Hope you're taking a couple of deep breaths in and out. And as you do, gentle rock. Tighten your knees, your thighs, your bottom, your pelvic floor, your tummy. Nip your waist in, stand nice and tall. Drop your shoulders and retract your chin. And then you're going to pause the rock in the centre. Draw your chin back, make 5 of them. And if, like me, you've spent a long time at screens today, that will feel nice. Ease off. And again, pull back. Still got tight thighs, bottom, tummy. Ease off. One more time, retract. Don't look down, draw back. And slightly release, turn your face to the right, inhale. Drop it down, take it across your chest. I think I'm in mirror image, so hopefully we're going the right way. Inhale. Exhale, down and across. Round to your right again. Breath in, heart up. And down and across and around to your left. Face centre, left ear to left shoulder, and have a circle. Nodding round and moving around. Crunch, crunch. And then leaving your head on one side, keep the shoulder girdle level, start to circle around your opposite shoulder. Let's really get it moving. Woo-hoo. Don't know if this microphone's picking up the crunches. There's a few of them. One more time and reach down. Take a breath in. And sigh. Hilary likes to start with neck stretches, don't you, Hilary? Roll the chin down into the middle of your chest, looking down. Take a breath in, your knees are slightly soft. Lift your pelvic floor and tummy and give me half a roll down. Head, neck, shoulders. Stop when your hands get to knee height. You're curled over, your tummy's drawn in, and you're going to give me a shoulder shimmy. If your back doesn't like it, please stay holding onto your legs and don't go too far. Really let your arms get heavier. Let them spread apart, those shoulders, and let your head hang. Now, roll your spine back up, vertebra at a time. When you get to the top, the best bit, sweep your arms out and up you go. Bring them wide. Roll the shoulders around. Excellent. And then right ear goes to right shoulder. Leave your head here. Maybe nod, circle, move it around. Are you still breathing? And then circle around your right shoulder. Opposite shoulder going round. Head still on one side. You've still got squeeze on your thighs, your bottom, your pelvic floor, and your tummy. A couple more times. And then reach down. Deep press. Take a breath in. Keep those ribs tucked down. Roll the chin down into the middle of your chest. Soften your knees. Inhale. Off we go. Head, neck, shoulders, curls. Feel free to stop or go further or go all the way down. When you get down there, let your head dangle. Give it a shake. Give it a nod up and down. It's very padded, this floor, on a mat and on the carpet. It's like lap of luxury I'm in. Take a breath. Push with your legs and uncurl your spine. Rolling up. Soften your toes. No gripping. Sweep your arms. Reach. All around. Now watch out for people around you. Claire and Arthur, if you're both on. Let's have a twizzle. Keeping your head directly above your spine. Letting your shoulders relax. Letting your arms flop. And just enjoying the rotation. Now, that will feel a nice release if you've been sitting at a desk a lot of the day. Hope your arms are making a noise. then begin to slow it down. Coming back to the centre. Good. Roll your shoulders a couple of times. Now take your attention to your left leg. Tighten your knee, thigh, squeeze your bottom, lift your pelvic floor on your tummy, and then lift your other leg up and circle it round. So you've got your right foot up, I hope. This is weird because I'm seeing myself like you see me. But I know that's my left leg I'm circling, but it looks like my right one on the screen. It's like I don't need to look. This is really off-putting. And then lift your knee up, bring it through for a front thigh stretch. So again, if we've been sitting, driving, and a bit more static than we'd like to be, hip flexor, front thigh is really going to need a good stretch. While it's there, pull your other hip in, lift it up so that you're not hanging on that hip, and then zip up your pelvic floor on your tummy. There we go, that's better. Chest open, heart lifted, and breathe. If you're finding that easy, work your knee back, squeeze your bottom more, tuck your tail under more, press your foot into your hand a little bit. And are you ready for a deep, deep hip opener? Here we go. All the good familiar stuff that you know. Take your leg out to the side, arm goes up, balance, wait for it, drop your shoulders, and then plop your foot down. Down we come. You can stop part way if you need to, especially if you've got tricky knees and hips. Marjorie, don't go any lower. Or those of you that are able to, down you come. Now you see, you won't know Marjorie on a Thursday night because she's on a Wednesday morning. So there's going to be cross-fertilisation here. Isn't that great? And Debbie's on a Wednesday morning. Excellent. Thumbs to sternum, sit up nice and tall. Whoa, that's good. And then pause. Take your hands down and push firmly. That allows you to take some weight off your knees when you lift your bottom up. Walk your feet in. Toes and feet are together. Let your head dangle. Inhale. And then roll your spine up. Pull up on knees, thighs, bottom, pelvic floor, tummy. Sweep your arms out. Reach. Arms wide. Roll your shoulders around. Good. Take the weight onto your right foot. Then the left knee. Slide your left foot forwards and then circle it round. Check that your hips are level. Good. Get the ankle moving, good for your lymph drainage, good to get the challenge of the balance. Head and heart lifted, chest open. So you don't think of this as a core exercise, and of course it is. Just balancing like this is tough enough, especially on this carpet. Posh underlay, you see. It's not that old. It's hardly been worn. Lift your knee up and bring it through. Take hold of your base of your big toe joint. Remember, don't just hold your ankle. Don't get sloppy on me. I need you to hold the base of your big toe joint. Let your knees sit side by side, but they don't have to be touching. So it's underneath your hip socket. Squeeze your bottom, tuck your tail down. Hips are forward facing, no twisting. Chest forward facing. So yes, your shoulder might want to roll back, but don't twist your torso back. And then breathe. Pressing your foot into your hand if you want an extra stretch. Squeezing more with your bottom, tucking your tail under more. And steady breathing. Excellent. Slowly take this leg out to the side. Arms go up. Find the balance. Lift up out of your standing leg. Really use this core to lift you up. And then plant your foot wide. Toes turned out in the same direction as your knees. Come down and either stop part way and do a little shimmy side to side. You're not like this. Bottom out, flat back. If you can, you go all the way down. Jem, if you're on, you'll be able to do this easy peasy lemon squeezy. Side to side. Shoulders down, thumbs to sternum, chin tucked in. So stay here for a minute. I'm just going to check everybody's okay with communication while you're having a good old hip opener. No, Victoria said dinner's just arrived. I'll have to carry on later. Hilarious. Mine's being cooked. Luckily. I wouldn't normally get any dinner on a Thursday night. What's your problem? And then hands go down. Push firmly. Lift your bottom up. Walk your feet in. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. And hand. Just stay here for a moment, folks. Scoop your belly up. And if you can do it, fold your arms and hang. Now you might want to be a bit higher up. You might want your knees bent. Chris, you might not get very far at the moment, but go for it. Let your head dangle. Shift the weight forwards into the ball of your foot a bit with your toes soft. You need your pelvic floor and tummy supporting. Letting your shoulders sort of creep their way up to your ears. Take a breath. Release your arms. Take another breath in. Soften your knees, lift your pelvic floor, roll up. Pelvis first, wheel the spine. Vertebra at a time, it's going to come up now. Watch out, folks. You're going to sweep your arms out and up. Your feet are together if you can. Exhale and swing. Come back up and onto your balance. Ooh, drop your shoulders down and again swing. Up you come. Peel your heels off the floor and balance. Exhale, swing. Drop your shoulders, come up and balance. And again. Nice. And again. Inhale. Exhale twice more. Control the lift. I hope you're all saying ta-da. One more. Exhale, inhale, ta-da. And then bring your arms down. Roll your shoulders around a couple of times. March on the spot. While you're marching on the spot, circle your wrists round, hands moving around and standing at the back of your mat. So we're a little bit warmer, we're a little bit more mobile. Focus tonight really is going to be on stretching and mobilising so that our spines can release any tension that's built up. And we'll do some good core work, of course, but we're going to really just get everything moving. So standing at the back with your feet hip width, take a breath in. Soft knees, pelvic floor and tummy, and down we roll. Take your time. If you don't want to roll down, you step forwards and you drop down into a lunge and we'll meet you down here. Then you're going to walk out into downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width, feet hip width, give it a heel toe. Take that slowly so you've got time to get the feedback from your tendons, low down behind your ankle, and from your lower calf muscle, your upper calf muscle behind your knees. Victoria, if you're doing this later when you've had your tea, go steady on the stretches, just see how your knees are. And then let your heels go down and really push it into your flat hands here. So the index finger joint wants to be down. It's very easy to do that and kind of go up onto the edge of your hand. Want the index base joint down, index finger. Push, 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 push. Send your ribs towards your thighs. Take a deep breath in. And then swing forwards. Come into a plank for a moment. Might have to take your feet out a little bit. And in the plank, you're pushing the floor away a little bit so that the shoulder blades are rounded or at least spread apart, not pinching. If you need to put your knees down, please do. You can be in a half plank, but I just want you to hold it here. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your bottom. Have a feeling of pressing your legs together. Press, press, press. Knees come down and off we go. Elbows in and lift. Now you could do these full. Lawrence, you'll be in full. Chris, you'll probably be in full. Who else will be doing full push-ups? Liz Mastin. No, you won't. Not with your shoulder. Last 3, 2. One more time, folks. And then slowly push your bottoms back, release into a child's pose, and let your head come down. If you need your arms in front of you, so be it. If you need your hands on your head on your hands, so be it. Or release. Breathe 3D. Breathe into the back of your body, feel it moving. Breathe into the sides of your body. Breathe into the front of your chest. Notice how calming it is to have your forehead connected on the mat or on the floor. Really let the weight sink into the front of your face and head. It seems to be very soothing to me, that. I don't know if it goes back to being in the womb and your head pressing on something. Max does it, the dog. He comes in and he just presses his head on your legs. Now you're going to roll up slowly. Just when you thought you were all chilled out, you're going to take your arms out to the sides of your mat. You could be box here for push-ups. You can be half, you can be full. You can take your elbows wide this time, so I'm going to be kind to you, and then push. Inhale on the way down, exhale to lift. Inhale on the way down, exhale to lift. Don't lock your arms out and just hang around for 5 minutes. It's a smooth, continuous motion. The moment you get to the top, you just kind of go, and then off you go again. So that the muscle is under tension throughout. You don't hang on the joints or pause. And the moment your elbows bend, your shoulders are drawn down. We're nearly there, Debbie, come on. Inhale down, exhale lift. Last 3, you can do them. Last 2. 1 more. And this time, go back child's pose again, but this time your knees really wide as they'll go for a good hip opener. And then take your hands out in front of you. A nice stretch for your upper back, all down the lats, down the sides of your body. Ooh, sink your chest, let your forehead rest. A little bit of pressure into your hands, push back, so that you're sitting your bottom back towards your heels as best you can. If you're not feeling an inner thigh or hip stretch, take your knees wider. Deep breath. You see, now you can have your own music on. You could be listening to AC/DC. The Rolling Stones. Walk your hands in. Come out onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You've got your natural lumbar arch. You've got your tummy supporting you from the front. Your head is in line, not chin out, folks. Looking down at the floor, if you were to imagine a plumb line off your head, it's in front of your fingers, and off we go. Left arm, right leg, squeeze, lift. Just go to horizontal. Check that the underneath the foot isn't tucked under and gripping. Relax your ankle. Bring that arm and leg down, and then go on your other side. I'm just checking I'm not going to kick anything. We're all right. And then bring it down. Go again. So I'm going to let you keep going for a minute and check for any comments. Any questions? You're doing opposite arm and leg. Missing the creaking floorboards. I don't think Richard and Joe are on yet. Excellent. I can't get hold of them through Facebook yet, so I don't think they've even been added. But yes, we're missing the creaking floorboards. And Richard's wry smile because he knows he does it deliberately. Familiarity. So those of you that are ready to, take your arm and leg out. Hold it here for a moment, find your balance. Squeeze that back leg. I know for myself, my knee tends to do that a little bit, and you can see it on there really nicely. Or if you bend it, tighten your knee, if you straighten it, tighten your kneecap, you'll feel more work in your thigh, your glutes and your tummy. Keep them in the air. Balance, balance, balance. And then curl the heel into your bottom. Straighten it out. You've still got your arm in the air. Curl your heel in, foot flexed. Straighten it out. Now I want you to picture that your thigh is on a block or a chair. So you're not curling the heel in and your knee drops. Straighten it out. You're curling your heel in and your knee stays up and point. We did these last week, but lying down. We weren't on all fours. We did flick, flick, flick and point. Remember, bump, bump like that, and then point, and then flick, 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 and then lengthen. So it's a bit challenging doing it on all fours. Curl your heel in, tighten your front thigh. Curl your heel in, tighten your front thigh. Stay here. And release smoothly. Opposite arm and leg, slide them out, squeeze and lift. Watch out, you've tightened your kneecap. Lock out that leg. Hips are facing the floor, not twisting upwards. Take a breath in. Shoulders away from ears. And then curl in with your heel. Push through treacle with your toe. Curl in with your heel. If your back doesn't arch, when this leg curls in, it's tempting for the back to arch. So you want to keep the little hollow, but you're not flexing, extending the spine anymore. So heel in and point. Resist and stretch. Resist. Really feel some effort in your legs, even though there's no weights on your legs. You're moving, resisting the movement through the air. Last 2. Keep the knee high. Last 1. Keep the knee high and release. A brief child's pose. Sit back, have a chill. On the curl slowly. Hope your back's all right, Judy. Right, you're onto all fours. You're going to lift your arm up, look at it, twist your whole body to look at it, and then thread the needle. Look, it goes really close to your wrist, not back down by your knee, close to your wrist. Twist through and stop. Both arms straight, both arms kind of resisting, both arms pressing into the floor. If you wish to, bend your supporting arm, lower your shoulder between where your hands were, stack the shoulders like a windmill, and then up you come. You're going to really need this rotation. Arm up, changing sides, thread the needle, reach through, keep both arms straight, get a little, I'm about to click in a minute. Hold that position, your tummy in, yeah? And then lower and reach further forwards. So you don't go down here with your shoulder, knee, your knee. You keep the body weight forwards. And up you come. And then again, other arm. Thread the needle. Bend if you wish. Engage your tummy, relaxing those feet at the back, ankles relaxed. Up you come. Anybody got one side easier than the other? Change arms. Thread the needle. You could stop there if you wish again. Or you can go down further. Tummy drawn in. Pushing a little bit with this bent arm, so it's supporting you, pushing into the floor. And then up you come. On all fours, take your hands further forward. Sorry to be a pig. Here we go. Triceps in and down. Good. Elbows close. Keeping your forehead towards the floor. The moment you set off, shoulders drawn down. Do what you can. Last 3. And push. Last 2. And push, and 1, and push, have a rest. Well done, folks. Child's pose. And if you can do it this time, grab your heels, and then kind of pull on your heels and snuggle your chest down onto your thighs. And then relax. Relax your feet, relax your hands, relax your head. Hopefully your heart rate's up a bit. So uncurl your spine at last, and I want you to pop out onto your left elbow. I've got no feedback to know what I'm doing, have I? So you're on your left elbow, and it's directly under your shoulder, so it's not going to be out here with pressure through this joint. It's directly underneath this shoulder. You're going to lift your ribcage up so you're not sagging. Your waist is long on this side. You've got a little lumbar hollow here. You can feel that with your other arm. This hand is flat, so the wrist bones aren't crossed. Knees could be bent. Some of you need your legs straight, and then you lift your hips. The top leg is over, in front. Hold this position, so it could be there, it could be there. Wherever you are, this top hip is going to go up a couple of inches, down, up a couple of inches, and down. Now when the hip lifts, don't scrunch your neck and your shoulder. You lift the hip, you keep this shoulder away from your ears, and down, and lift. You're not going all the way down, just a smidge, and lift, and down. I hope you're with me. Lift, and down, one more. From here, Cossack style arms, you're back into a plank. Put your knees down if you need to be. Head in line, shoulders away from ears, hold it here. Now you've got a choice, folks. You can either turn around and face me with your head at the other end of the mat, or you can go straight onto your other side. Now obviously I'm going to turn around and face you, but you're on your forearm on the other side with your knees bent or straight as they were before. Hand flat, chest open, and then go up. Stay up. Your top leg is in front, or both knees are bent. This top hip, think of it as going up a bit, down a bit, up a bit, down a bit. Lift it up and down. Lift it up and down. Watch this shoulder doesn't creep up as you get tired. Pull it down, use these muscles here and down. Last 3 and down, tummy in, and down, one more. Hold it. Cossack arms, full plank or knees down, tighten your thighs, bottom and tummy. We're not going to be here long. Dig deep. I know it's a bit like flipping heck. Take a breath. And release onto your belly. Lift your head and heart. Put your arms out in front of you. And then enjoy that lovely back extension. If it feels too aggressive for your back, just take your arms a bit further forwards and have a bit more belly on the floor. wiggle your hips around, and then you know that your lower back's just chilling out. And then you're going to come down all the way onto your tummy. Take your arms into I surrender, so they're an L shape, elbow level with shoulders, hands out in front of you. And let your forehead rest on the floor for a moment. We're just going to mobilise the back a bit more. Again, probably been too flex, need to extend. So, inhale. Push with your hands, wrists, forearms, and peel up your head, neck and breastbone. Don't let your arms come off the floor yet. I want you to get the upper back moving. And then release down. Inhale. Go again. Push with your hands, wrists, forearms, elbows. Keep them flat. And now you've got to imagine that you're just almost pulling yourself along the floor. So the arms are tractioning down. Your heart's oozing forwards. Your shoulders relax. Your neck is relaxed. And then come down. Give me 3 more of those while I check for messages. Peel yourself up. Head, neck and breastbone. Shoulders drawn down. Breathe. Hopefully your bellies are relaxed. Can we have the doors open? I know, I'm boiling. I need to turn this radiator. How can you still spot my cheat moves? Because I know you very well. Yeah, I'm absolutely boiling. In fact, while you're doing a few more, I'm just going to turn this radiator down. Got like an old school radiator pumping out the heat. One more time when you're ready. Peel up, head, neck and breastbone. Now you're going to stay here. You've not come very high. Take a breath in. Squeeze your bottom, your thighs and your tummy. Draw your shoulders down and see if you can maintain this height but make your arms lighter. Now, as soon as you make your arms lighter, as if you're going to hold yourself here, can you feel how your tummy wants to go and push out on the floor to kind of brace? I need you to lift your pelvic floor and tummy up off the floor and then lift your arms without dropping. So your body hasn't dropped, but your arms have. If you need to rest, rest. If you can do it, start to look forwards a bit, reach forwards a bit, and take these levers further forwards, which means it's much harder to hold them in the air, isn't it? Now, really feeling your lower back, yeah? Tummy up, please. Inhale. Bring your arms back down. Hands to the floor. And release. Bring your arms by your side. Let your shoulders flop. Relax your hips, wiggle them around. Turn your head one way and stretch your neck. And then turn your head the other way, stretch your neck the other side. So, head back to centre, hands go down. Tuck your toes under your either on your toes or your knees, and you're going to push yourself up. Then you're going to come up into downward facing dog. Have a little stretch, let your head go. Swing your hips a bit from side to side. Transfer the weight from foot to foot and feel how the hands become lighter on one side. And then you push, it's like a bit of a kneading, like you're kneading the floor with one hand and then oozing out into the other. It's nice. The more you can engage the front thighs, the better. Vicky, when you hop on after your tea, don't overstretch, please. Behind your knee. And then lower yourself down onto all fours. And you're going to be kind to you and just say turn over and come to your backs. Good. We're all okay. Now then, on Wednesday I wore black trousers, which meant you couldn't see me against the black mat. Hopefully these are a bit more coloured and you can actually see what the hell's going on. Mind you, you probably don't need to see me. Feet are hip width, knees are hip width. So those are bent and parallel, feet parallel. And you've got your pubic bone, hip bones level. So you're on the bony SI joints. You've got a little gap behind your waist. And guess what? Your peas aren't going to roll off between your legs or to either side or up to your chest. Relax your shoulders. Keep that level playing field there for your pelvis. Take a breath in. As you exhale, just make the feet feel lighter. And as the feet feel lighter, the tummy starts to squeeze inside, doesn't it? And brace. But as the feet feel lighter, I don't want you to then push your tummy out. I want you to condense it. That doesn't mean flattening your spine. It just means condensing the muscle to the spine. So you've got this kind of boob tube that's slipped and it's, or a corset and it's tight. But the breathing is free and easy in your chest and your ribs and your back. Feel your shoulder blades expand with the breath. So the back of your body is moving as well. Relax the neck one more time, breath into the upper body. And exhale. Now you're going to breathe in to prepare. That means tighten pelvic floor and tummy, ready for movement. Fold your right knee up. Inhale, pivot from the hip, place it down. It's just an alternating knee lift. It's no big deal, but it's controlled, it's light. It lands feather-like. There's no tension creeping into your shoulders or your back. And if you're finding your chin sticking out and your neck all tense, I'd rather you had a cushion behind your head, folks. Alternating knees. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you land lightly. And go at the pace of your breathing, not my instruction. Those of us that like to flare our hips out, anchor them down. Now carry on and float your arms up. When your arms are floated up and your shoulders are relaxed, then there's less likelihood that you're going to push the floor down sneakily with your elbows. Stay with these if you want to. Those who are more advanced or want to, then fold one leg in, fold the other leg in. Still got your natural arch. Now change the breathing. Inhale first. Exhale, foot to floor. Inhale as it comes up. Exhale, foot to floor. Inhale as it comes up. Now if you wanted to, you could start to move those feet a bit further away from your bottom. You could take them all the way out to straight. You could take them out to 45 degrees. You can play around with the height of them. You could add in opposite arm, opposite leg. You can add in double arms, single legs. Watch the ribs don't pop up. Switch that neck off. Exhale as you go. Inhale, pull that tummy down, Tim. Make sure the exhale is a because you can do it, it's just sometimes you forget. Condense it. Exhale, drive it down to your spine. Just two more to go. Keep the remaining leg still, don't let it move. And bring your knees onto your chest. Hope you modified them, Judy. Circle your knees round. Release your waist, lower back, and then circle them around the other way. Nice. Now take your left leg down, take your right leg up, and slide the left leg down until it's all the way onto the floor. Have a little point and flex, just so you've got a bit of movement going on in the ankle, good lymph drainage going on. You're holding the thigh or the calf wherever you can reach. And begin to make that leg as tight as you can and really lengthen it up to the ceiling so you've got a straight leg. And then pause, take a breath. And as you exhale, chin to chest, curl up, shoulders curl up, don't leave your head behind, tuck it in, and then slide your hands even higher and draw that leg in a little bit closer if you will. And notice as you pull it in whether the underneath knee is starting to bend up a bit. So you're trying to press that leg down, draw this leg in, but use your abs to hold you up. Your arms can help you as much as you need. Hold it, send the foot up to the ceiling. Whoa, soft neck, soft shoulders, and release. Then both knees up onto your chest, have a little rock in and out. One foot down, other leg up. Slide your right leg down, whichever one you didn't do, and then draw the left leg in, holding thigh or calf. And let's have a bit of slow pointing and flexing, and pointing and flexing. So your shoulders are relaxed if you can. Use your biceps so your arms are working to hold your leg, but not tensing the shoulders. So immediately I can feel this leg is tighter. Pause, inhale. Please lift your pelvic floor, your tummy, and then retract your chin slightly, curl and you fold from underneath your chest or your bust and pull that leg in. Use your arms to help you up here. You don't have to get your head on your knee. I want you to just be feeling a nice stretch in the back of your leg, a little bit of abdominal work to help you. Lengthen the leg up to the ceiling. Now, you could just come out of it and have a little rest, or lift your other leg just off the floor. So this is for people whose backs are okay, hips are okay. Marjorie, if your hips are starting to get tired, don't do this. We're going to catch and pull, and catch and pull, and catch and pull. Look down. Lower back is in the floor, yeah? You're imprinted, you're not in neutral. You catch the leg, you guide it in. Catch the leg and guide it in. Catch the leg and guide it in. Be careful, please, Julie. You might want to just do alternating knee lifts. Squeeze your knee. Lift and pull. Looking down. Dum-dee-dum. Last 4, 3. Enjoy the stretch. 2, 1. And release. Take your knees wide. Let them hang out and have a little rock from side to side. And then feet go to the floor, arms wide at shoulder level. Shuffle both feet an inch to the right. Let both knees twist to your left. Turn your head the other way so you've got knees left and head right. And flop. Belly breathe here. Now then, bend your arms and pop your hands behind your head. And then lift your right elbow up, depends which way you've twisted of course, but lift your elbow up and come onto your side. So you're curled into a little ball on your side. Well, not a ball because you're in neutral spine, but you see what I mean, you're on the same side as your legs. And then let's go and twist. You're going to lift the elbow, keep the knees together this time, instead of just flopping, and open hand. Inhale, come back out of it. And again, now if you've got room in your house, then feel free to do a bow and arrow or a chalk rainbow. I want your head relaxed. I want your head to be on either a cushion or the floor. Knees sitting together so you don't let them slide past each other. And then you lift either the arm or the elbow up, 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 up. Keep your waist lifted. And then exhale into a lovely rotation. Head heavy in hands. And then back. So remember the alternatives are bow and arrow. Up and over. Or with the arm, imagine you're drawing a piece of chalk going around in a great big rainbow all the way down to your bottom and back again. Some of you, for the last 2 or 3, might like to bend your top knee up, straighten your other leg out, and it could either be on the floor or across your ankle. So the top leg is the bent one, the underneath leg is the straight one. And what that will do, of course, is to pin your knee down a little bit more, or you can use your hand, and you'll get a bigger stretch into your hip and bottom. One more time. Good. And roll onto your backs. Feet hip width and parallel. We'll come on to the other side in a minute, so just make a mental note of which side you've twisted and which side you've faced. And did you find any pound coins under the setting? Which is what Sue King said this morning. That made me laugh. Feet hip width and parallel. I've realised I need to hoover. Take a breath in and then push with your flat feet, squeeze with your thighs and bottom. You've gone into a pelvic tilt. You've squidged your waist into the floor. You're ready for action. Don't tense the tummy out, scoop it down and roll your spine up. Take your arms up and over, let them hang. Inhale here. And melt down one bone at a time. All the way down. Arms down again. Inhale. So you can vary the arms, you know that. Exhale, push with flat feet. Be aware of the feet. Push with the thighs. Squeeze with your bottom. Roll yourself up. Make sure you're in a nice diagonal line so your back is doing as much as your glutes and your hamstrings. You're not just relying on your legs. Arms up and over. Leave them just off the floor. Inhale. Armpits wide, let your shoulders relax please, and then down you go. One bone, vertebra at a time, all the way through. Arms come down last. Breathe in. Twice more, push with flat feet, squeeze your thighs, bottom, roll up. If you'd like to, arms up, hug a tree. Keep your bottom tight, draw your right knee out to the side with your pelvis still level. Bring it back up to the top. Exhale, draw your left knee out to the side. You've gone onto the edge of your foot, your other one's flat. Lift it up. Go out with your right knee, left foot flat. Lift it up. Squeeze your bottom, go out with your left knee. Lift it up and roll your spine out. Take time. When you've been up there longer, your back's into extension a bit more. It gets a bit tighter in your lower back, so come down slowly. And then release. So do plain ones, do any arm position you want. Do the knee out if you feel safe with that, because then you've got both feet on the floor. Final version a bit harder. Inhale. Push with flat feet, tuck your pelvis under, hollow your tummy and roll it up. And then it could be hug a tree, arms over, in the air, you choose, or by your side. And in fact, if you push your arms down, you're working your triceps a bit, so you might want to keep your arms by your side. Press into your right foot, fold your left knee in. Unfurl it, straighten it into a straight line above you. Take the straight leg all the way down, either to the floor or level with your other thigh. Lift the straight leg up, bend your knee and replace. Don't rock, fold your other knee in. Keep your hips up, take your leg up if you can. Take it all the way down to the floor, straight leg. Straight leg raise, bend your knee and replace. And again, push with the arms if they are on the floor. Lift, exhale, inhale, bend, release. Last time, fold your knee in, straight leg, all the way down, straight leg up, bend your knee, replace. Now, feet are flat. I'm going to be really cruel to you. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Take your arms over. Feel the arches lifting, the calves working, hamstrings working. Really use your back to hold you up here so your ribs are up as well. And then roll your spine down, still on the balls of your feet if you possibly can. Who's got into cramp? When you get down, arms come down. Good. Now then, arms wide at shoulder level. Shuffle your feet. I think it's to the left. It depends what you did. Twist your knees the other way. So you've got knees going right, head going left, or whichever way you didn't do last time, and breathe. Stay here for a moment. I suppose I could have it also on my phone, couldn't I? Ooh, can you dim the lights a bit? Oh lordy, she's saying she's been able to see the moves exactly. You can obviously see more than me. I'm on the other side of the room and I can't see anything, Helen. Oh, good. So just before we close, you've got your knees one way, your arms the other. Then bend your top knee up if you wish. Straighten your underneath leg out. Relax your shoulders, go into a lovely twist. Doggy wants to come in. I know, I can hear you. I'm just observing your own body. Is this side tighter? It is for me. This knee won't go down as easily and I feel it more in my back and my buttocks. Just melt into it. Shoulders relax. Let your head be heavy. And breathe. This is so nice for your digestion. 2 deep breaths. 1 more. And then bring your head back to centre. Lift your knee up. Slide your legs away. Take your arms down by your side. Now you need to dim your lights. And breathe. Just stay here for a moment and relax. So if your back's sore, you can have your knees bent, rest them together. If your back's okay, then let your legs flop out. Tuck your shoulder blades under. Turn your palms up. Retract your chin. Now stay here and breathe for a moment. I'm going to sit up while I talk so that you can for sure hear me, because on Wednesday 1 or 2 people said my voice went quiet. So lying on your back, just allow your body weight to sink into the floor. Allow your breath to flow easily as your belly rises on the inhalation. And notice the belly fall towards your spine on the exhalation. Feel the weight of your head. Allow your jaw to release. Your lips to soften. And your eyes just to rest in their socket. Feel the movement from the belly starting to come up into the ribs, the chest, the shoulder girdle, down into the pelvis, and just really have that sense that the breath is shifting the energy in your body. All the cells are sort of playing bumper cars. Everything moves around inside. You've released a lot of energy with twisting and breathing and core work and stretching. So a nice few moments just to assimilate all that energy that you've shifted around. A moment to be quiet and still, hopefully. So gently bring your awareness back into your body. Bring your awareness back into the room. You can wiggle, wriggle, stretch or yawn. And when you're ready, open your eyes and maybe push yourself up into sitting or lie there for another 2 hours. I have no idea how long we've been moving, but anyhow, we did some standing work, some balance work, some neck stretches, some twisting, some front thigh stretches. We've done some rotation. We did all those threading the needles to release the upper back. We've done a little bit of core work in planks. We did quite a few planks. We've done bottom work, remember, on all fours, where you did your heel in on that tricky balance on all fours. We've done 3 lots of push-ups and some back work with shoulder bridges as well. So, fantastic, really good effort. I'm so chuffed that so many of you have managed to get on. Feedback welcomed, comments, advice, thoughts, questions, the whole lot. Let's get this as really good as we can so that we all benefit. Do chat and get to know each other so that you feel that you're still part of the whole classmates community, which is great. Shush. And I will post on here, keep your eyes peeled, I'll post on here when the next thing is happening, but it'll be Monday morning at 9:30. Don't know whether it'll be Zoom or on here, but you'll have a link or you'll have something. So, mwah. Love you all lots. Thank you very much for coming on. See you soon, guys.